what is this car?
It is a private vehicle.
Okay, why does it look like a patrol car?
Because it used to be one.
Okay.
That's not a crime.
If police aren't trained properly and don't know the laws, should you just comply and do what they tell you? Welcome back to San Joaquin Valley Transparency. Today's video comes to you by way of Arctic Wolf Actual. This video takes place in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and it involves the Ann Arbor Police Department. This man works security as a freelancer and also drives for Uber. He seems to be getting pulled over often for the Uber light that he has and for the fact that his car used to be a cop car. I found something that is quite interesting about Ann Arbor, Michigan. Former Senator Rebecca Warren, a Democratic legislator from Ann Arbor, was one of 4 legislators who wanted more restrictions on Uber and Lyft drivers, but lost that vote considering the state of Michigan could lose the contracts and tax funds from these companies. Soon after defeat, there was a local web article on WSBT 22 saying that the blue Uber lights are confusing people, causing them to question if they're emergency vehicles pulling them over. The article ends by saying that police ask Uber drivers to move their beacon system or any other blue light to their side window. It ends by urging people to call 911 if you see a blue light and are unsure who it is and to find out if a police officer is nearby. That sounds like an abuse of the system by a political party who's a sore loser and can't take no for an answer, and who's willing to use the police like a wielding sword or hammer that's being swung at the people regardless of the outcome, leaving behind collateral damage. These are the games of politics and bureaucracy, where political parasites use state officials like pawns on a chessboard. One more thing I'd like to mention, Ann Arbor's Rebecca Warren is married to Conan Smith, who is no stranger to messy controversy, who also likes to play a game of dirty chess. Hit that thumbs up, folks, and subscribe now if you're following along. We plan to keep digging into these types of videos. Also go subscribe to Arctic Wolf Actual's channel. He most definitely deserves our support. And here's your video, folks.
I understand it's not a crime, but it is a crime to have a light bar with certain colors. That's why I had to turn your overhead down.
Yeah, there's no red and blues.
So
they were pulled out of the push bar too.
I'm sorry, what?
They were pulled out of the push bar too.
Okay. Yeah. And then, so who did you buy the car from? Why does it still have like the cage and everything in the back?
Because I do security and I've got a dog.
Okay. And
I drive Uber as well, and the college kids get a kick out of it. The door's open from the inside though.
Okay. And so what's your purpose of having a light bar on the top?
I do security as well. I'm waiting on amber lights. I'm a freelance contractor.
Who do you do security through?
I'm a freelance contractor
So
at
like
whoever.
Somebody hires you out, or
Yep. That's exactly how I do it.
And so whoever you bought the car for left everything in there, or did you equip this car with it all?
No, it came like that from Oberlin Police.
From where?
Oberlin Police in Ohio.
Oberlin Police in Ohio?
Yep. They even left some crayons in here. You want some crayons?
I'm sorry?
They left some crayons. You want some crayons? I got.
There's no reason for you to be a smartass with me, sir.
I've been trying to get rid of them. I'm serious. You want some crayons? You got kids? I can even show them to you. I got tons of them.
How do you spell it?
Oberlin.
So they left the MDVR and everything in it?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
They have a license, registration, insurance as well?
For what crime?
Well, this is a traffic stop, and I have to record everything on my day sheet. And the reason we're stopping you is to make sure that you didn't have lights, but therefore it's an investigative stop for that purpose. So you do have to show me your driver's license.
For what crime?
And registration.
For what crime?
For having the light bar.
Is that a crime?
Once I found that it's not the red and blue lights, it's not a crime, but
so,
I still have a traffic stop.
Lawfully, I know my rights.
Okay.
I do not have to present ID if there's no crime committed.
I am doing an investigation to investigate that those are not blue lights.
There are not blue lights. You saw that.
Okay, you have to provide that you have insurance for this vehicle to be on the roadway.
If there has been a crime committed, I have to provide this. So please call your supervisor. Please call your supervisor now. What's your name and badge number?
Psychon 074.
Thank you. What's your name and badge number, ma'am?
I'll give you a business card for that one, sir.
Okay. That's not how the law states it, but I'll take a business card.
It's Officer Drawer badge 184, as you can see on my name tag.
Thank you.
As well as I'll provide you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
A business card as well.
I appreciate that.
Operate a motor vehicle on the roadway, you have to have insurance.
Oh, I understand that, but there is this is over something that's not a crime, as you've already seen.
Well, when
so
you're driving
now
on the road without the light bar on, I don't know if it's red or blue.
You already saw it's not red and blue, therefore no crime.
That's why I stopped
no
you.
crime has been committed.
Is for that to determine that it is not.
And you've determined that it is not, so no crime has been committed.
This man is a disabled veteran that knows his rights and appreciates the oath he took to the Constitution. What he does in this video is heartwarming and empowering. Not only did he serve this country when he was in the service, but he's serving this country again back home by standing up for his rights, and that also extends to the rights of the people. When we as a people just comply to unlawful orders, we jeopardize and make it hard for the rest of the people. Before you watch the rest of this video, I'd like to point out that the supervisor, or three striper as I like to call them, they're the ones with the 3 chevrons on their upper arm. I try not to use the word sergeant because that's a military term and they're not at war with the people. But in my opinion, she did the right thing and let this amazing man be on his way. This hero was polite but stern. He gets a 10 out of 10 in the video, and I would love to see him continue to work on his channel. I will be here to help his channel grow. Nobody does that better than I do, I'm proud to say. You all know where to reach me and send your videos, and that's recordpolicenow@gmail.com. Here's the rest of the video, folks.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I understand you wanted to speak to the man officer?
Yeah, so...
I can't hear you very well from here. Is there any way to roll the window down slightly?
I'm not comfortable with that.
Okay.
For my safety, I prefer it up.
Okay, I just might not be able to hear you very clearly.
Yeah, so you can see up there, there's no other lights in there other than the 4. I was stopped anyways, turn on the lights. I know my rights. No crime has been committed. I'm not providing my ID. I will only provide an ID if reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime has been committed can be stated. And your officer does not want to do that. So it's harassment. I am a disabled veteran. I know my rights. I know the law. I know the Constitution. And it's officers like that I withdrew my support from you guys. And I get there's good ones out there. I'm friends with a few of them myself. But that's not okay. You know, there's no crime committed. I should have already been released. I appreciate that. You have a good night.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
There is not. I hope that your officers get some better training, because that's not okay. It's a violation of my rights. It's ultimately a violation of the law. And I'm not okay with that. I swore an oath to the Constitution. It's an insult to me. You have a good night, man.
Alright folks, so how did the sergeant do? She did a good job in my opinion. You gotta give credit where credit is due. She didn't push the issue on the window, and she understood exactly what this man was saying. Before you guys go, I want to teach you the First Amendment of the Constitution. You have a freedom of religion, freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. It's so important that the Second Amendment was written to protect it. Those documents don't give you your rights, folks. You were born with natural rights. Those documents limit the scope of authority that public officials and the police have over us, the people. It's important that you guys know it, because if you don't, they will violate your rights every single time. And most of the time, they're expecting you to just comply and to give up your rights. They always tell you, why are you making this hard on us? In reality, by them doing what they're doing, it's making it hard on the people. Thank you all for tuning in. Go subscribe to this hero's channel, Arctic Wolf Actual. Let him know your friend sent you. Let him know how much we appreciate his service to this country, not once but twice. All right, folks, we will see you on the next video. Peace.